Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me is Super Patriot.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
We had that F and L, right, guys? That F and L. Wow.
F and L, everybody. F and L.
Just wow.
I wonder if they actually considered that. You know, with the whole F and L thing.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You know, like F and L, F and A.
Oh. Okay.
F and freaking L, people.
Well, remember, Spittle puts the F in F and L.
Yeah, he does.
I need that as a sign or a T-shirt for SOE
man.
Live. I may have to make that T-shirt, and I will sell it. I'll put his face on it and everything.
Well, we need to do that. We need to come up with some. We need to scratch some money together and do put some shirts up.
Well, now I'm gonna have a talk with Jimmy because she just went live. So I'm sorry. I had to blast that out there real fast. But I got the email.
Jimmy just went live during the SourceCast.
But she's not playing DCUO. She's playing our other game that we play together.
It doesn't matter. Just live during the SourceCast.
I'll let you tweet her.
Tweet her nothing. I'm going to her channel and I'm going to yell at her.
There you go. So, speaking of little T-shirts, I do have a shop open, so you guys can actually buy the DCO Source T-shirts. I do actually have that. Actually, I can actually type in the link real fast as well. I mean, it's something that I opened it like before the end of the year, and it's still something I'm still working on. Was it Spreadshirt? Oh, it was Spreadshirt. Ah, look at there. Oh, now I have to remember how to log in. Crap. Oh, look, my login information is already there because I'm that guy. Yay. My account. See if I can actually get my shop, and I can. Let's see. Give me visit here. Yeah. Okay. So here's the link. There's the link. It's trexlight.spreadshirt.com. On this site, it's basically right now it's only the DCO SourceCast T-shirts. We have them in male and female, in a premium shirt, which is just a little bit finer material, and a standard shirt that's there as well. I also have it for our, how am I going to put this as PC as possible? Larger folk, I guess is the best way I could really say it. I mean, I have a bunch of my buddies who are a little bit of a hefty, so they have a little bit of shirts there as well. But yes, this is where we have the spreadshirt, the T-shirts. That's where we're going to have all the T-shirts that we design. And at least for me in the SourceCast, Super Patriot more than welcome to put stuff on that side as well, or if he can start his own. It's okay. I understand. I mean, it's a pretty easy. I can tell you now, it's pretty simple to make. Because I mean, it's not like I get charged for anything. All I do is I design it. I put it on a T-shirt, and boom, I just place it there. I get a little commission on it, just a little bit, but not a lot. But I mean, it works out very well. I was really happy with the service. No one's bought T-shirts yet, but people have been visiting. They have been visiting, and I have been okay with that. So, but the website's there again, trexlight.spreadshirt.com. You can go ahead and take a look at the shirts there. I am going to work on, probably actually this month, get with maybe a certain artist or something to maybe design something special for SOE Live. And with income tax money, if I'm possible, I'll probably like order 30 some odd shirts or something to give out at SOE Live. So something a little special. I'll try and start working on it this month, since it's actually on my mind now, and it's now officially a note on my little notepad of stuff to do. So, anyways, let's get on with the show. Yes, the good old show. So, I want to first bring up this before we go into the FNL recap. Ladies and gentlemen, our very own Super Patriot has been nominated for a Shorty Award. Now, if you don't know what the Shorty Award is, it actually started last year. Last year, I know it became big, and that's the only time I really remember it. The Shorty Awards are the Internet's... This is the Internet's Academy Awards. It literally is. And the cool thing about this is all pretty much fan-made stuff. This is... You can nominate anybody for anything, open up a category or whatever, and it's... You nominate whoever you want. There's like multiple categories, and it looks like really fun. I know a good friend of mine is actually nominated for fitness, and I love him for that. I know a couple of podcasters who are also nominated, but our very own Super Patriot is nominated. So I want to hear more about this. Where did this come about?
I'm not really sure, because the person that nominated me first, I wasn't really expecting it from them, because we've had some like outs in the past. So I'm like still very surprised by that. But yeah, I mean, it just came out of nowhere, and I went in, and it like took me like they've got a serious like not just a biography, and I mean they got like a little bio thing you got to fill out, and then they got this why should you get or what is it you do thing you have to fill out. But then there's like 58 questions you have to ask, and I'm like, oh my god, and they're like what do you think? One of the questions was like, what do you think Twitter's going to be like, in, a couple of years? I'm like, I don't know. They did ask me, what do you think the internet's going to be like in 10 years? And I was like, immediately I thought it's going to be 3D holographic, kind of like in Star Trek there. It's that, it's going to shut down internet trolling completely, because you're going to be able to reach out and smack the trolls.
Yes, and Decon was nice enough to post a link in the chat. You will go to shortyawards.com/The Daddy's House to go vote for him.
Yes, please, yeah.
Yes, so go out there. I've already voted, and when you vote, be sure to please tweet your vote. And if you tweet it and tag Super Patriot, it's going to tag Super Patriot anyways, but if you tag me as well, also remind me, I'll put your name down and we can do shout-outs on the show for every person who voted who votes for Super Patriot. So, it's already going to tag Super Patriot, you can tag me as well, or tag the SourceCast on Twitter, and that will remind us to put you down on the list of shout-outs that we can do. Because now, what category are you nominated for?
Actually, there's a list on. Well, there's a list on there. I mean, every time you click on the tweet your nomination thing,
yeah.
If you click on the tweet your nomination on there, it'll show everybody down at the bottom who has nominated me. So it's got the guy originally nominated. It's got Daddy-O, Decon, you, and TJ at Taibi Tahiri, because he agreed with you. He says.
Because I see this. All right, so there you go. You don't even have to tweet us now. We'll just go to the page every week and we'll look at this. Okay, that's awesome. TJ is a great person. Great person. I'm really he's a really good friend, a really good fan. So, once again, dude, congratulations.
Thank you. We'll see where it goes.
We will see. Now, you are nominated in YouTube Star. That's what is that what the nomination's for? Is YouTube Star?
I was originally nominated for gaming.
Okay.
But when I was filling out the whole profile thing on it, there isn't a category for gaming that I saw. So I'm not sure how exactly. So, and the only category I saw on there that I thought I could like put myself in for was YouTube, because I use Twitter for my YouTube mostly, so
okay, well, still good. So let's try our best, and I'm sure you're gonna have a video prepared for your channel, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put together a video. I'm like behind on it. Like there's a couple of project videos I'm working on right now. One of which is like the ever hated, combat mechanics in PvE. I'm going to I'm putting together a video to show folks that, how much easier it is in PvE with those combat mechanics than it is in PvP. So I'm working on a video for that.
Okay.
And a couple other things. So, but yeah, I want to put out a little trailer video or a little video there, why I should be nominated and stuff like that. And I have to redo a new trailer video for my channel. I've got a video about my armories coming out I'm working on, and I have another video, a little secret, not really, secret project, but I'm keeping it under wraps because I don't want anybody stealing my idea. But yeah, I've got some videos in the works and all that. I'm just behind on them and everything. This whole thing, plus one other thing that I'm working on that I've got to finish up, has threw like an entire day out of whack for me. So like completely knocked me off my schedule I was on.
Yeah, I have. I myself have come down with a bit of the workload onto myself. Just a whole slew of list that I have to do, and new games as well that I was invited to go play, and so I'm doing that as well.
What, Minecraft?
Shut up. Blasphemer! Daddy-o, get him!
Come on, man. That's just right now, with the alpha the way it is right now, it's basically Minecraft with better graphics.
And those graphics are sure damn pretty. Damn. So, alright. Now on to FNL. Friday Night Legends, folks. Ended maybe, how long have we been live? Like 12 minutes ago. And it was a long one. It was, we were on the EU PlayStation server. And we were with the Villain League, Dark Reign, who have become the number one in the PvE challenge by going up to level 80. I think they said everyone was 87 except one guy. He's level 88 because he survived, I guess. But we'll go with like an 87.5. That's how I'm going to treat it. But it's very, very awesome showing. And we also found out that I actually had it written down here. The different characters that Jens was talking about, and how people in chat also knew. Some of the character names had on the keyboard, you can hold the Alt button and then do like special 4 number combinations on your number pad, and you'll have like special characters popping up. Like there's like a Sigma sign, there's like the trademark or the registered symbol that you saw on my Twitter handle. That's how I use it. But in the game, I guess you can do it, but on the GM coding, on their side of GM coding to how they bring everybody to those special places, it's kind of not there. So way to go, Europe. Way to go. Yeah, Daddy-o showing us the TM right there. Yeah, trademark. So GG to Europe for having to cause that much problem in the show. We were like down only 5 minutes though, so it got resolved. They got name change tokens, and it was really cool that they got 2 name change tokens, one for the show and then one to go back to their original name. So that was very nice of them. Instead of having to find replacements. So you see the devs, they do care. They care. But Dark Reign definitely showed their superiority in this PvE challenge, taking on the Prime Battleground. I believe Meps and them are actually working towards using other places for the PvE challenge that we can't really go into much, but we have been talking. They've asked us about it, but we've given them some examples, some really good examples. So we can only wait to see the next PvE challenge, if they'll utilize it, how they'll utilize it, and make pretty much the show a lot better. I have to say, tonight's episode, with it starting out like it did, with the forum news Yeah, that looked a little
There's
familiar.
facts.
That looked a little familiar. I mean, we don't. I mean, they did it better. I will get. They actually showed the forum post, which it will come in time once I have better internet and I can securely be on the internet at the same time I have XSplit going. Oh, I can't wait to move. But that's always been my reflection of doing a forum news, is actually having the post in front of you so you can actually see it instead of us just giving you the link and going to your look at yourself. But that's a coming soon thing. But really cool that they did that and saw some player responses. They also noted that Soar is a pessimist, and I will agree. He is just a really negative person. You know, he's a real downer.
He's just a pessimist. He's just a pessimist. He's always with the. I don't see any problems with it. So far. We love you, Soar. They name dropped me in there too, though. When they were talking about that armory thread.
That they did.
Yeah,
so
they name dropped my epic, almost failed, sloppiest EO feat run ever, where I was able to demonstrate just how armories can save a run for a feat or in any raid at all. When your healer gets jailed and your tank dies, you can, and you have people who can multi-roll, use their armories to switch over to fill those spots up. So that was fun. But that was cool. They did that. They not only that, but they also did this new thing they're doing. Their Ask DCUO hashtag Ask DCUO on Twitter. That they did. So me and Trex, we decided, since they're going to steal our forum idea of reviewing the forum posts and all that, we're going to go through Twitter and we're going to basically answer the Twitter questions that they didn't answer.
that they didn't choose to select to answer.
That they chose not to answer.
Well, I mean, it's not like that they. I mean, they even brought up one of the question on there that really they couldn't answer, but they somewhat answered it, but in a roundabout way, which was not a bad thing. It wasn't. But we're just going to choose a couple of them. We're not going to go completely off the wall crazy here. But I mean, I think it's pretty cool that we can. One, we are not developers. We are him, Super Patron, and myself. We are players. We are part of the community council. That means that we not really have a one-on-one with the developers, but we engage them a little bit more often than other players do. We try to give them feedback as much as possible, and also joke around with them. Any information that we give, don't take to heart. We try to give out information that we can, that without breaking our NDA, because God forbid we love what we do and we don't want to ruin it. This is a good ride so far, and I'm not hopping off anytime soon. So, do you have a question to answer?
I do, actually. I have one question here. See here. So actually, it's towards the top of the list here. This is from @ProllyAsian, Prolly. I think he was trying to spell probably. I don't know. He asked in here, and now as a developer, I can't really answer this question. As somebody who knows the developers and understands the reasons behind these things, I can. He asked, when are you going to start giving us some reason behind these nerfs that are consistently ruining the game? I don't really classify all of them as nerfs. I would more classify them as game balancing. I'm assuming that he's talking more about like the changes they did with Rage DPS recently. With the Rage power in general recently, as a couple of the powers got cooldowns added to them, increase on it and everything. Rage was ridiculous. It was doing an extreme amount of damage, and that's why. I mean, most of the changes they do make are balancing changes, not nerfs. Now, would I rather see them take the other powers and raise them up to the same level as these powers are considered to be OP? Absolutely. But they are choosing to tone things down rather than tone them up. So yeah. Yeah, it's more of a balance thing than it is anything else.
Verily, verily. Every time I see it on, especially on the forums, where it's like, oh, this is a nerf. No, it's an adjustment. Well, the nerf is the derogatory title you want to call a fix, and adjustment is the positive side that you call a fix. It depends on your matter of your emotional state on that at that time that you're going to determine if you're going to use the word nerf or you're going to use the word adjustment. Mainly, everyone that pops on the forums apparently is derogatory, and they all call nerf. That's all they do with it. So, it was an adjustment. Adjustment.
Yes.
I'm just gonna... this right here came from at VAR Nation. We have here... Will we ever see the Star Sapphires in DCUO?
I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about that one, but I was like, you know what? Trex is going to want that.
Yeah, I'm going to want that.
I want that one.
Okay, so... all right, so... at this time, that's a no, but we do have 2 more DLCs for War of the Light, and at the same time, Jens from SW Live last year did say that we will see every color of the emotional spectrum. He, did this nudge, nudge, wink, wink, push, push, poke, poke to maybe black and white, but that's going, for me, that's going to be I'm going to have to wait and see. If they add it, great. If they don't, it's no skin off my back, but I really want to see it. But for Star Sapphires, you never know. We have 2 more DLCs. If they'll come in War of the Light Part 2, yay. If they come in 3, yay. We should be able to see every spectrum, every emotional spectrum, every core in these War of the Light DLCs. So it's a wait and see.
Well, you know what my prediction is.
What's your prediction?
Well, I mean, it's obvious we're going to be getting blue in the future. More than likely as a healing class. Would you agree?
No comment. When it comes to power stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do it. I don't want to hear about it.
Would you agree? Would you agree with the speculation at least?
Speculation, I would agree with. The Star Sapphires would be healing class. I would agree with the speculation.
Okay, so could you see blue being introduced for the healers, and then Starfires, was it the pink? They're pink. Being introduced for
violet.
The villains.
No, they're not violet. They are pink. We'll call them pink. They're pink. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I keep on calling them violet, but there's indigo and they're like this purple. Yeah, Star Sapphires. I'll call them violet.
Okay. So could you see them being brought in as blue for the heroes for the healing class, and then pink for the villains for healing?
Nope. No, Star Sapphires, I will treat them the same way with Rage. They are both heroes and villains. Because Carol Ferris was, when she got her ring, she became the queen of the Star Sapphires, so she was the leader. She did attack Hal Jordan a lot, especially in the old comic books, before actually Star Sapphire became a core. She was a villain. Because of her love with Hal Jordan, she became a hero. She went back and forth. Fatality, who is the current Star Sapphire and Green Lantern Corps, for God's sakes, Jon Stewart destroyed her home planet. And she wanted to kill him. Revenge. But she was villain, now she's a good guy. Now she's helping Jon, they love each other, so the Star Sapphires, they bring them in there. If they bring them in as a healing class, as a power, I treat them both as the same way with Rage. It will be a healer, it will be a hero and a villain. It could be both. Now the Indigo Tribe, I don't really see that ever being a power, just because Indigo is kind of like that neutral. Actually, they're for God's sakes, their whole core is nothing but villains. They're all bad guys, but they have this mind control thing going on. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents.
So you could see them bring in blue and then indigo for the villains. Then blue for the heroes, indigo for the villains.
That's the thing. The Indigo Tribe is neutral. They're as neutral as can be. They're more nudged towards the hero side, because they are kind of reformed villains. And when I say villains, they are bad people, but because of the power of the Indigo emotional spectrum, they're not themselves. It's really hard for me to, because I'm trying to remember Blackest Night and how they explained the Indigo tribe in Green Lantern, but they are a neutral core. I wouldn't see them being a power. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, but I mean, if Red can be a neutral, then why can't, and be hero and villain and be a power, then why can't Indigo?
No. When I say neutral, I mean that they actually do not fight. They are literally, like, they don't do anything. They are on their planet, they are on their own, they don't do jack. The only time that they actually get called for help is because they have the power of teleportation, but I mean, like I said, my knowledge of Indigo Tribe is very scarce because it's been a long time since I've read the Green Lantern New 52 and Blackest Night. But as far as I remember, the Indigo Tribe are like, no, I'm not doing it. Just not going to do it. It's like Hal has to beg them to help him. They have to beg. So, I mean, Indigo Tribe is neutral. With Rage, with the Red Lanterns, they are both. They are both hero and a villain. They are Switzerland. That's right. Exactly. Bell's right. Indigo Tribe. They're Switzerland. Done.
Bell also thinks Starfire's villain.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about. I can tell you now. The Star Sapphires, they are definitely villain. Select members are good. Carol Ferros is one. Fatality is another one.
It's the same thing could be said for the Red.
Exactly. That's why they can be both. But even though Guy Gardner...
But here's my reasoning why it's going to be Blue and Violet, though. Blue and Violet. My reasoning behind this is the fact that the reason why I say there's going to be Blue is because of Saint Walker being in Legends. They basically started laying the groundwork for what his powers are going to be like. Not to mention the fact all the Blue Lanterns we see in freaking the new Metro, that one mission, Into the Mist, you're going around and you're helping to revive all these Green Lanterns, and how does that happen? A Blue Lantern comes down and heals him and powers him back up.
See, this is why I don't like to play speculation a lot. See, it's just... and then I especially have to play speculation with the lanterns, and it's like, oh my god, my brain is just going to explode. All right, moving on. We gotta move on. All right,
and Bell's ready too. Don't forget the Blue Energy weapon pack.
Move on. Hiss.
The Blue Lantern style that they didn't release in this DLC.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
Next question. Grab another question.
Okay, let's see here. At Lane 19901 asked, can you have a healer armory, then a controller armory, or different powers in general? The answer to that is no. No, if you respec from like a controller power, or actually if you respec from any power into a different power, you have to completely re-imprint your armory. It becomes inactive. You can't use it at all. So you can't have, a healer, armory and a controller armory and a tank armory like that. You have to completely respec your powers back in order to use that armory, or you have to re-imprint the armory. But that's it. So like if you were wanting to go from, say, Rage tanking to, say, Blue Lantern healing, you wouldn't be able to do that.
You suck. Shut up. All right, last question, because everything else is pretty much like, because I'm looking at the list and they're all kind of...
Yeah, they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah. What was what I want to ask? Crap. Yeah, that one. This one. I think they actually answered this one. What's the new control power going to be? New weapon coming anytime. League bases. New movements. Fixed on one hand. Wow, that's actually a lot of
being
questions.
greedy, sir. That's,
Right?
that's asking a lot of questions in one tweet.
All right,
And,
so...
and actually, it's kind of impressive, too, considering there's a 140-character limit.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is just, like, say a word.
I'll give you props for ingenuity, but, I got to take that prop away for being greedy.
I mean, all you have to do is, like, say a word. It's like, movement mode, question mark, and that's a question. So, you don't have to ask, like, a whole complete sentence, but I'll answer as much as possible. What's the new control power going to be? There hasn't been an announcement for new control power, so far there's going to be no new control power. New weapon coming anytime. So far, no new weapon. Nothing has been announced, nothing has been even hinted at us, or even hinted for anybody, so no new weapon at this time. League bases. League bases are coming. When? Don't know. Are they going to be awesome? Apparently so. Jens keeps talking about them. I want to keep hitting Jens, like, tell me more, but he won't tell me more.
He was dropping, not info, but just, lots of mentions about league halls tonight.
Yes, he was.
I'm thinking it's on the horizon, the near horizon, or as they like to say, soon.
Yes, soon. And then new movements. Not really sure. Jens hinted at. Last year at SW Live, Jens kind of like nudged, winked, poked, stabbed, cut. The possibility of like static shocks hoverboard thing being in movement mode, but no new information has been said about that. I call that a Jens rumor because it came from Jens, so I will treat it with a grain of salt until I actually start seeing some sizzle to it. And then fix on one hand. I use one hand. What fix? I don't know what fix you're talking about. Are you talking about the ranged attack? Because you can suck it, because that's going to work. That's working just like it is. Deal with it. There's no change in that. It's working as intended now, as far as I can see. But there you go. That's Ask DCUO.
Yeah, like I've said before, with that one-handed nerf on the range attack. Sorry, a melee weapon's range attack should not do more damage than a ranged weapon's range attack.
Boom. Agreed.
So sorry, but that's just the way I see it.
Yes. All right, so that was Ask DCUO, DCUO SourceCast edition. Go on Twitter, and Facebook does the hashtags as well, so actually, I'm going to go to Facebook and find that. See if we actually can look that up. Ask DCUO. Let's see if it's on Facebook. It is on Facebook. There's actually a lot of comments, really, but not really questions on their Facebook about it. But see, that's the one thing I like about Twitter. That 140 character leaves off where you don't have to write a whole damn paragraph.
Or justification of why you think.
Yes. You just ask the question.
Look at freaking Meps in the freaking chat.
There he is. So Meps, we did love the forum time. That was.
Thank you for stealing our idea. First our time slot, then our idea. GG, sir. GG. Come up. Got any more original ideas for FNL? You'd like to drop for us here? This is
all him, not me. So if you have to kick him from the council, this isn't a package deal. And the Ask DCUO hashtag was very cool. So guys, on Facebook or on Twitter, if you guys have a question, please leave the question to a question. Don't leave a paragraph behind it. Just ask your question, so it'll probably get answered. So go over to Facebook or Twitter, hashtag, that would be the # for all the old people, including myself, because that's what we call it, that's what it's going to be called. But hashtag Ask DCUO, and you'll possibly get a question answered during FNL, or possibly get asked by on the SourceCast, and he just laughs. He gives us the moo-ha-ha. But nice little tweaks to the format, so good job at DCUO. Be sure to catch Friday Night Legends every Friday night from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Time. That would be 7 to 8 for Eastern people, and for the Central Time.
As long as they don't have technical difficulties or character issues with and by character I mean like letter character issues.
It's just a Europe thing. Apparently it's just a Europe thing. But once again, good job to Dark Reign from the EU PlayStation. You guys did a fantastic job, and congratulations on being the number one or holding the new record for the PvE challenge. So,
congrats.
So for all those other leagues out there who can think that they can take down EU PlayStation Dark Reign Villain League, step up. Head over to DC Universe Online's forum. I don't really have a link on me. Decon will probably do that because he's the man. Head over to the forums, and you can sign up for there and just message Maps saying you want to do it. But just go to the forums and follow the instructions. But that's it for FNL. Now we can go on with the great show that we always do. So let's see here. All right. So first things first. Game Update 34 is on the test server. Can I get a what?
What?
Thank you. It's one what, but I'll take it. So, Game Update 34 is on the test server right now. We're going to talk a little bit about the patch notes coming from that and a little bit later on the show. But I want to bring this up first because green auras are in the game. Well, test server. But
they will be in the game.
They will be in the game soon. TM. R. Thank you, Decon. You'll find the green auras are going to be in the Prometheum lock boxes. So for all those legendary players who grab a green aura, congratulations! Like everyone says on FNL on the chat, you are going to be millionaires. Even just wow, just so expensive. They're going to be on that broker. So expensive. But. And now what? Now these
I plan on selling quite a few of them because I literally have like no need for them. I mean, if I was to collect one on my main, it would make no sense.
True.
Because he's not green. I do have a hard light tune, but I'm like so very rarely on that tune.
Yes.
That he's just basically holding my original league name for me right now.
But. I have my Harlight character, and he is missing an aura. So the green aura, my first green aura, and probably my only, will definitely be hitting will definitely hit my Harlight character. But any other ones, because I'm nice, if I get any other auras, because I think I actually have all the auras I want for my character. For all my characters, actually. I think I have the auras that need to be until they come out with like a brown aura for my Earth Tune, which that'll be kind of gross to think about now. A brown aura? Yeah, ew.
Imagine they made a brown aura and it had like the same effect as the plasma aura did.
Ew.
It would look like you had sewage floating around you.
Yes! That would be epic.
You could name him Pigpen.
No, he didn't. That would be excellent. So, any auras I'll probably get, I'll probably just give it out to some fans or something on the show or something. You never know. But
I'll point to everybody out there who's wanting a yellow. Decon in the chat real quick. He has a point too. Everybody's talking about a yellow aura. Everybody wanting a yellow aura for the yellow lanterns. It's there. It's the gold aura, folks.
That is correct. And my yellow lantern loves that aura. Just loves it. Now,
it's not just for Super Saiyans.
It is not. Now with this aura, this isn't the mist aura that we saw in the videos leading up to DLC 9's release. This isn't the same mist aura. This is an actual green aura, just like the ones that we have in the game.
Yes. I want those mist auras, though, man.
I want the mist aura, too. That's all I want. Everything else, no, I don't care. I'm happy we have a green aura. I am really happy. But if they would have came out and said it's a green mist aura, I would have been more over that, and every single one of my characters would have that green aura. I don't care. For my yellow lantern will have that green aura. Because those mist auras are awesome. I will walk around on my yellow lantern with the green mist aura, and it's like, what? I have identity crisis. Leave me alone.
You don't know what you don't want to know where that green ring's at, folks.
And at the same time, it's a woman, so it's like, what? What, you want to start this? You want to do this now?
It's a piercing.
Ew. You're horrible.
Moving on.
There we go.
Feet unlocks.
No.
The feet unlocks are
No.
30.
That's later. That's later.
That's later?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up the mist auras.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I just
okay.
wanted to bring up the green auras.
That's right, I forgot. You went in and you got some pictures and stuff.
Yes, pictures are later.
Okay, well then the entire playlist of how we go about this update is in your hands, sir.
Thank you. You have the format too, though.
No, I know I have the format, but I'm saying like I didn't know if you went along. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's do it. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Next
Same
up.
Same page. We're eye to eye now. Let's do this.
Okay. So next, we want to talk about. There was a server hotfix a couple of days ago on the 5th, and it was entitled, as everyone in the thread called it, "The Rage Nerfs." Ooh, the Rage Nerfs, and basically what the Rage Nerfs were, and I can see now that MEPS crossed out the cooldown for 2 abilities because that came about. It did not. So it came out finally in the most recent server fix that was today. So, I mean,
right.
It came in luckily. But all this pretty much did was, one, it fixed a bounty for Metallo that fixed an issue where Metallo was using incorrect visual effects when filled with rage. Cool. Now the rage powers, alright? First, reduce the cooldown and power cost for redirected rage. Alright, that's our shield. In the tank role, they reduced the cooldown for Eviscerating Chain, Outrage, Revenge, Plasma Wretch, and Dreadful Blast.
Which was awesome.
Very
awesome.
In DPS role, they increased the cooldowns for Eviscerating Chain, Outrage, Dreadful Blast, and Revenge.
Which was also cool. Now, I am a rage tank. Super Patriot is a rage tank. Mm-hmm. Super Patriot, I'm not really sure how your loadout is, but in your loadout, have you seen, and especially now that they fixed the most recent hotfix actually brought about another change, was reduce the cooldown for Relentless Anger and Severe Punishment. So, with your loadout, have you noticed a difference? Yes. The Dreadful Blast is there a lot sooner. All right, you don't have to sweat the timing on your, Severe Punishment and making sure that Dreadful Blast is going to be available for you when you have to cancel out that Rage Crash. So, I am very happy about that. I'm not sitting there going, "Oh God, did I hit Severe Punishment too soon? Oh geez, am I going to die?"
Now, I actually use my supercharge for those emergencies. It's like, crap, I'm CC'd, I can't do anything. Oh, Outrage is on cooldown. Violence is on cooldown. Vindictive.
Yeah.
I'm good?
Yeah.
Vindictive off.
That's what Vindictive is, an awesome supercharge for Rage too, because that's what it's there for. It's there in case, because you can activate it while you're under controlled, while you're knocked up, juggled, whatever. The only thing about Vindictive is you've got to deactivate it.
Yes.
And I've forgotten to deactivate it before. I've just been running around just burning out 100%, a completely full supercharge with a Vindictive up, going, why am I not taking any damage right now? and I'm like, oh, that would be why. My supercharge's all gone great. Now I've lost my safety net. So.
But, I played a little bit of my Rage Tank today, and now I see the cooldown for my Severe Punishment, I still didn't have any problems with my loadout whatsoever. And I was certainly okay. I just wasn't. Because I hit my Severe Punishment, I'm always spamming my Without Mercy, so I don't like it mattered. But I used my Severe Punishment. I already have Violence going, and then I have, my Outrage, and my Outrage is my Ignore. My Violence is my Reduced. I alternate between those two, mainly because Violence is a pretty nice AoE when I change it to Precision, because apparently my mic sucks. But
Wait, which did you say you used for your cancel?
I use my cancel as Outrage.
Which one did you broke up on me?
I'm sorry. Outrage is my Ignore. Outrage is my Ignore. Violence is my Reduced.
See, I use Severe Punishment for, to activate the whole rage thing. And I use Dreadful Blast. Dreadful Blast does a huge knock-up. Yes, I said knocked up again. Maps. He's in the chat. Poking fun at things I say.
All the time.
Can't get a Star Wars reference to save his life, but he's going to come in here and make cracks at me. Anyways. Yeah, Dreadful Blast does a great knock-up for on ads and everything, so I use that to cancel out the Rage Crash. As far as a mitigation one, I don't really use one.
I don't really have a mitigation either.
I like to challenge myself and try and see if I can make sure that I don't Rage Crash ever. So
yeah, I'm that guy who if I Rage Crash, I Rage Crashed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, same here. It's like we did the Fearful Black Adam bounty today with like a raid group, and I was tanking it, and he does this one attack where he starts firing lightning off at you, and thankfully it was at me while I was tanking, of course, and I had my rage ability activated, so I was healing all this damage back, but it was still just pouring on so hard and fast. The healer wasn't keeping me alive, or was having a hard time keeping me up, and I was holding block because I was trying to mitigate all that damage. And I ended up rage crashing and he hit me for like 64,000. So, yeah, when I rage crash, I freaking crash hard.
Oh yeah, another hotfix that came in for the PS4 was a client hotfix for you guys. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it did a lot to mitigate a lot of the issues. Well, not really mitigate, supposedly to eliminate all the issues down every once in a while on PS4. I mean, granted now, it's really quick to get back onto the game, but every once in a while we would have this error would happen and we would crash, and it usually was related to zoning. Like, you're walking out of your lair, you are, going into an instance. It was all based around zoning. So they put in a client hotfix and it fixed that, and I'm happy. I'm happy. Granted, now, like I said, though, it's a lot faster to get back on to the game on PS4 than it is on PS3. But it was still pretty annoying, though, having that happen every, 2 to 3 hours. It felt like sometimes.
Okay, good. And the PS3 also had a client hotfix as well, which also helped with the zoning for Downtown Metropolis Battle Zone as well. So you can see that the devs are working to fix it. I have to say the PS3 and the PS4 client hotfix came in pretty quick, at least for me. I'm not sure when they submitted it and all that stuff, how that process goes, but before, you felt the downtime where you felt that they put in a fix, but we haven't seen it yet. But all of a sudden now, they brought these fixes out pretty fast. So awesome job to devs and also to PSN for working.
Both of these issues were pretty prominent. The crash for crashing has been prominent since the PS4 launched. Basically, actually, it became more prevalent as things were added and things were introduced in the game, other changes and everything like that. It was slowly starting to get worse and worse. So I'm sure they've been working on that for a bit. The zoning thing, or the rendering thing, for New Metropolis and all that, that's been there since the launch of the DLC. So, which theoretically, it hasn't really been that long, but at the same time, it's good to see that they immediately started working on both those problems as they became more prominent and everything, and got the fix out. So, yeah, the download timing on PS4, I don't know. Whew, man. Man, that was a 7 gig hotfix.
Holy God!
Yeah. For that Sony thing last night.
Wow. Yeah, Meps is in chat for all the people who are not here on the live stream. He says, we are sorry about the PS4 download timing. We'll try to avoid primetime hot fixes in the future. See, they care. Because, wow. Geez, 7 gigs. Whew.
Yeah, and it was in the middle of the evening when it dropped. So everybody's like, "Oh, hey, new hotfix." So everybody log off and I'll download this real quick. And everybody hopped off. Some of my league mates and all that, they got back on with like an hour or so and everything like that. I sat here, looked at mine, started mine up, and it was 3 hours. So I'm like, All
that explains your tweet last night then. Where you were playing Assassin's Creed.
Playing Assassin's Creed?
Yeah. Oh, I get it now. Oh, it comes full circle. All right, and then last, before we go into a little bit of Game Update 34 stuff, the Valentine's Day seasonal stuff is on the live servers. It hit today, and so you can go into the vault and get yourself a Valentine's bed, the new Valentine's rug, the Valentine's tub, and the new, my favorite, the private screening. Yeah. The devs are kinky. I saw.
If kinky, there would be no privacy screens.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, it's like the illusion of it. It's like, what's going on back there? Because I saw Odyssey's tweet this morning about it. I'm like, private screening. Oh, this is getting weird now.
Yeah. Meps is in the chat also talking about PSN is working on improving the overall size of the hotfixes and patches and stuff that we get. So that's going to be awesome because I'm worried about my hard drive on my PS4 right now getting filled up. It's going to be filled up before freaking Amazon Fury comes out. At this rate.
There you go. But and also for if you go into your journal as well, you will log in, open up your journal, and you'll see a new quest that will give you 2 brand new T-shirts. One as a broken heart, the other one is just the heart. And also for any tune who was not here last year, you'll have another quest, another case to get the items. You'll get the styles from the Valentine's event. You'll get the candies, and you'll also get all the feats. Alright, so if your tune doesn't have that, be sure to log in right now. Get that done, because I had to do it with... Apparently, I had 5 tunes that did not have this thing completed. So that's like, I got 2 skill points on each of those characters. So I was very happy.
Wow.
Very happy.
Yeah, I popped onto my newer Celestial tune. Because most of my tunes were made hack, pre-SOE hack.
Yeah.
So I hopped on my new Celestial tune and popped all those feats on him, got a skill point for him, so that was kind of cool. And then I immediately hopped back onto my main.
But yes, you be sure to head over to handle the Valentine's Day stuff. I am a little heartbroken that once again we don't have a Valentine's Day event. So
Trex, you are more than welcome to put yourself into a diaper and walk around the house as much as you want to.
You joke, but you feel a lot. You feel free when you do. You just feel so free.
Not to mention, it's like you save so much time in the middle of editing videos by not having to get up and go to the bathroom.
Exactly. Exactly. But I do have a video. It was one of the first videos I did for DCUO, or because it was my first year as well. It was the Valentine's Day event. So if you guys haven't seen that video yet, go to my channel, search Valentine's Day event, and you'll see the video. That was the event. That was the very first event for the game. And you can see how that event is and see how the events are done now. and you can see how much they have improved. Well, a little bit.
I just came up with an idea for a cosplay for you for SOE Live.
I am not wearing a diaper.
Trex Cherub, let's do it. Do it.
You know, I'm sure they have some kind of strict dress code. And,
Please, come on, man. With some of the outfits some of the girls were wearing there last year?
There's the thing. They're hot. I'm not. You gotta put that into play. I might have been called sexy by some of my friends, but they play around. I am not that comfortable with my body, sir. Just not.
Everybody who wants to see Trex Cherub at SOE Live this year,
I'll hate you.
Trex Cherub on Twitter.
No, I'll hate you all.
If we get 1,000 mentions for hashtag Trex Cherub, Trex will dress up as Trex Cherub for the cosplay day.
Oh, you have fun keeping up with that number. Because I'm not.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Between me, Decon, Brittany, and Jemmy, I'm pretty sure we'll get the 1,000.
God. Oh, God, you people are mean. See? Meps even says there's no one in a diaper. Again, they're hot. I am not.
Come on, dude. Seriously, if we get 1,000 people to mention that, if we can get trending, I mean, wouldn't it be worth it?
I don't know. I just don't. But, anyways, so let's move on to our next little bit. You calm down. No more.
Stop picking on me.
Nyeh, nyeh. Like we said, Game Update 34 is on the test server. And so let's... I do have pictures. I did take pictures during FNL. Let me go over to the actual patch notes. And I'll switch over to this new screen. And here we go. So, and I'm just going to go down the list and talk about them as much as I can. So, first things first, like as I said earlier, the green aura is on the test server. It's coming in Game Update 34. It's going to be in Prometheum lockboxes. So, it's going to you get a Prometheum lockbox, boom, you get it. I don't have it on the test server because I don't have a Prometheum lockbox. And again, it's all about chances. It's all about chances. So, and then next is the feat unlocking. Yay! Feat unlocking. So good. This is what everybody's been waiting for. Definitely been waiting for. So in this is where you can unlock your feats. The picture you see up here in front of you, it shows you the feat unlocking. Over here, beside your feet, underneath the stars, is going to be a little button. Right now it says 0 because on the test server we don't really have replay badges, and we really can't spend them. It's a whole system there, so they're all set to 0. But remember that 1 star is going to cost 1 replay badge. 2 stars are going to cost 3 replay badges, and then the 3 stars are going to cost 5 replay badges. They're cheap. They're dirt cheap.
I don't think there's been any complaints whatsoever about the pricing.
Yes, you're right. I haven't seen any of them yet.
Yeah, as Bless the Juggler just said in the chat, feat unlocking, take my monies.
Yes. So, and right here with the 2 star. Now, for the feat unlocking to work, a character on your account, say you have 3 characters, A, B, and C. Letter A, or Toon A, if he has donut delivery unlocked, if he has completed that on that character, B and C can actually purchase that feat with using the replay badges. Okay, and it's 2, so it's going to cost you 3 replay badges to unlock it. That's how it goes. You have to have a feat complete on a character on your account for it to be unlockable on your other characters. Again,
yeah, that being said, though, you're not going to be able to unlock every single feat from one character to another, depending on role and faction.
correct.
All right, and movement.
Yes. I mean, basically, if Tune A is flight and Tune B is acrobatics, you can't unlock anything. You have to be the same movement speed. Just have to. Now, this next picture here is showing you the exploration stuff. Metropolis. Now, again, I am on the test server. I have completed more feats than these on my main, of course. So, all these feats that you're seeing on the test server...
You say.
Shut up. So what you're seeing on the test server is what I've completed on my characters. I mean, for God's sakes, I visited Striker's Island. It's a 1-star, 1 replay badge. Boom. So I mean,
if any of you are using replay badges to unlock, Metropolis or Gotham exploration feats, you know what? Let me have some of the money that you have. Seriously, give me some. I'm taking donations.
Verily. But yes, as you see here, you can use them for the exploration stuff. Here's one you can use them for the seasonal stuff. I can unlock the whole entire Valentine stuff with my replay badges. Now, at the same...
Why would you do that?
Exactly. I mean, well, for
I mean, it's like just giving those feats away once a year.
Again, this is to show as an example. That's all I've completed on this thing.
Yeah, but I mean, say something like, like the summertime event.
Well, I don't have any of them. I think I have them. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I rushed through these pictures, okay? Man. And here's another one for the hard alerts. Here's another example as well. This is an example that for the fast responders, this is the speed feat for the Watchtower Containment Facility. I can unlock it with a replay badge. Will this work for other speed feats? For anything else in this list? I am not sure because I have not completed them. And it's a test server. Crap, I'm going to have to complete some feats. Darn. I'm not going to rush through them, but once it hits live, you'll see a better example of what can be completed, and if there's probably any other player out there who's on the test server who have done more of these feats, you can shed a little bit of light on what he has found that cannot be done. That would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I will more than likely be doing a video for one of my alts, because I have like 3 alts that I'm going to be bumping up the skill points on.
Same here. And then when you click on the button for the replay badge, you're going to see this little dialog box that's going to pop up saying, you have already earned this feat on another character. Do you want to spend however much replay badges to unlock this character? There. You have a you have an are you sure button. If you are sure, you're going to hit boom, click OK. All right. Next up is something that we found very interesting and cool and unexpected. It was a trifecta of surprise. They have added the new tier vendor equipment. So in this game update 34, they're going to add new items to tier 1, 2, and 4 to the Watchtower and Hall of Doom. Now these new items are neck pieces, rings, breakout trinkets for PvE, and weapons. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You get breakout trinkets.
Yeah, this is a huge outcry from all the PvE crowd. Everybody that does a lot of PvE, basically, because once they made it so you couldn't use PvP gear in PvE instances, basically, when you had things like the tyrant, eye beaming you and all that, you couldn't use a breakout trinket to get out of that. You had to actually break out of it to get out of any CC effects. So they're introducing a breakout trinket for PvE now. So you guys, everybody should be happy about that. And they look cheap.
They are very cheap. Well, I mean, what you're looking at right here on this picture is Tier 1. This is the Tier 1 stuff. I mean, you see your breakout trinket, a ring, the necklace, and a mask. Okay. Right now on the test server, Crafty Crafter is who has the thread going. Which, by the way, Meps, when you see Crafty next, be sure to tell him I absolutely love his introductions for the forum posts that he does. He comes out there with a great introduction, and I feel that every other developer with these threads on test need to have the same introduction. I feel it needs to be a requirement. Very professional. I like it. I don't know, but right now there's a talk going on where I haven't gone through every single tier yet to see this, but they're saying that there's actually items for might specific and precision specific. Okay, so they split it again, and right now there's talks going on in the forums where if the guys on test are not really liking it that much, then they're actually going. Crafty may just combine them all. Once again, just have like DPS set, and it's just however math he does to make the precision of might kind of equal out to make it one DPS set instead of a DPS might and a DPS precision. Reason that they had those two different DPS sets was to give players the option, was to give the players a little choice on how they wanted to do this. But because it's Tier 1 and Tier 2, it's kind of like beginner stuff. New players are coming into it. They might not know the difference. So, again, there's talks going on the test server. So that's right there. That's feedback from the players to the developer. And the developer is listening and willing to change it. Going on with this conversation, trying to make it better for the player base. So, boom. Devs listening. Check mark. But yeah, and he also explained why Tier 3 doesn't have this. That's because Tier 3, it has Central City. That's basically it. Central City has the Tier 3 weapons and marks and all that stuff. So, that's why Tier 3, you don't even see that stuff. So, Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 4, weapons, masks, every cool stuff that you just... that is a blessing that I'm really loving it. Really, really loving it.
Yeah, this is gonna help out a lot of folks in doing tier 1, tier 2, and the tier 4 content. Get their the extra gear that they need to help improve their stats and their CR without having to throw excessively large mods on there. And if anybody asking what about tier 3 stuff, you can find all of that in Central City.
Yes. But
which is odd though, because that's a DLC, so that's gonna be that's kind of odd because it's a DLC and free players don't exactly have access to that without purchasing it.
Well, then they can run
incentive
content
to buy it though, or sub up. Just sub up. Seriously.
There you go.
Seriously, I don't know how anybody could play this game not being subbed. Seriously, I'm serious, dude. I don't know how. I don't know how. It's all my bank and inventory space I've got.
It's play how you want,
and I'm still running out of room.
It's play how you want. That's all I can really say. Next picture is shows more weapons as well. The styles with these weapons and the gear, they're all old stuff, so there's no new styles. So this is all just rehashed styles for the stuff. Okay. Another neat little thing that I was really surprised about is new HQ map markers. What they mean by that is that the PvE, PvP, the mark conversion, and the style vendors are now on the map. So that means I gotta go through, oh my god, the Photoshop...
we don't have to go from one vendor to the other to find a freaking Legends vendor?
Yeah. Yeah,
oh my god!
It's all listed now. It's all listed.
3 years in this game, folks. I still get confused by that. This is awesome.
Well, it just dawned on me that my skill planner is still being worked on. I'm finding some math problems with it right now. I'm trying to fix, but I actually went into Photoshop and
Glorious.
I edited these maps to add the tier pieces and all that good stuff. I mean, I looked back and forth at the pictures, and now we have this new map.
They stole your idea.
No. I'm not going to say they stole it. I love that they did this, but now this means I have to take another picture and make it a little bit more professional. Because I was just like, I had like paint pot, some dots on there, and it's like, oh, here's a dot here. So this makes it a little bit more professional looking, so I'll just redo that as the time goes by.
Stole your idea.
If that's what you want to say. I didn't say it. Alright. Sorcery changes. Sorcery pets. For all you sorcery players out there, give yourselves a hug. Because this is nice.
You're getting a revamp again.
It's not really a revamp, per se. But it's as they put it, the sorcery pet update. It's a pet update. And with that update, you also get a new ability. That I meant to play around with that ability, I never did. But anyways, the picture you see on your screen right now is the new Guardian. This is the new Guardian, a nice little rock pet. I was expecting something a little bigger. When they showed us the pictures on the forums, I was like, they look really good. And I thought that they would be like our size standing beside us. But no, I summoned this Guardian, and it's like, I got a midget floating beside me.
It's kind of a cooler looking brick.
He is a badass brick, because he has like runes on him and everything.
I wonder if Jens is going to switch his Earth into sorcery now.
Magic brick.
Magic brick.
But this brick, God, now I'm calling it brick. This Guardian, this new Summon Guardian, is a flying brawler. The primary function is to taunt all mobs around him to keep them off the owner. A special taunt ability will be used at times when the player's health is below 50%, but the taunt is weaker than player ability taunts, okay? And it also requires power for the Guardian to cast. I have not played around with this Guardian yet, but when I do, I'll of course show a video and get that all taken care of later down the road. Then the next picture, I mean, this is exactly what I meant, that I thought they would be bigger. Because here is the Summon Fury. This dude in the robes and stuff. Which I'll actually go back. With the Guardian here, with this Guardian, I was in DPS role. Okay, in the DPS role, you can see my loadout, which is number 1 and number 4 are the new icons for these powers. Which even the icon art, I love it. It's different. It looks cool. Number 5 is the new ability that I'll talk about. It is new Soul Barrage. It is the ability launches 5 deadly soul projectiles at your enemies, damaging them in quick succession and knocking them down. The ability becomes available at level 8. So, I haven't really gotten to see it just yet, but there's that. But yeah, 1 and 4 are the new Guardian abilities, alright? Let me click over here to, now I'm in healer role. And this is and now you see that number 1, still the Guardian. Number 4 has changed to the Watcher. That's the new Watcher's icon. And number 5 is now the Fury. They combined the Watcher, and the Fury into one ability, into one power. So in healer role, you'll have access to Watcher. In DPS role, you do not have access to Watcher. You only have access to Fury, but healer role has access to Watcher and Fury. I don't have an issue with that. Healer's got to survive somehow, and so we need something to attack with. But here we have the Fury is this nice little guy beside you. He's looking like he's a flying hand blaster. His primary function is to use damage abilities on his owner's target. Special abilities deal additional damage while Red Soul Aura is active. And Highly damaging special abilities require the owner to be in damage roll, and they require power for their Fury to cast them. So the pets are going to feed off of your power a little bit. How much? Not sure. We'll find out later on when I actually go into testing. But actually, and they also did an ability update for Offering. This ability now applies an absorption shield to your pet in non-PvP zones, as well as restores their power. Keeping your pet powered up is most important, and allows them to use their potent special abilities. So Offering got a little change to it, which, again, testing will come down the road. Yep. And all right, and I'll leave this up real fast because I'll get into that in a moment. But the next thing on the coming in Game Update 34, I know you're happy about this. I'm super happy about this because it's the only PvE arena I actually love doing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Moon 5v5 PvP arena is back. It's back.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's been introduced. It's back, but it's been changed.
It has been changed.
Before it was a capture the flag map. Now it's a capture and hold map. Which I'm really interested in seeing how that's going to work out. But it's coming back for Legends and Arena PvP. So everybody out there does not have your Moon base map completions done. Knock yourselves out when Update 34 gets here. Hopefully it gets put in the rotation when it drops. I'd like to think it would be, and I'm imagining there's going to be a lot of people spamming 5v5 Moon. I'm all over it. Does though.
I am all over it. You want to see me PvP? I'm all over it. Loved me some Moon. Loved it. All right. So really happy to see the Moon back. I know a lot of players are going to be enjoying about that as well. Then lastly, coming in Game Update 34 is we all felt that DLC 9 War of the Light was kind of lacking in feats a little bit. Well,
very feat light.
Yeah, it was very feat light. But now more feats have come in. As you see on the screen, this is one of them. This is the Mist list, which is, I'm on my hero. Defeat each of the furious and fearsome iconic villains. So,
those are the bounties they're talking about.
Correct. These are the bounties for in Metropolis Battle Zone. I don't have a list for the villains. I didn't switch over and take pictures. So, my bad.
They know who they are.
They know who they are. But for the Mist list, you just have to defeat each of them. Just defeat your list, and you'll get your feat point. Then
I wonder if we're going to get retroactive credit for these.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
You'll never see one of them ever again, too. And then Misted Menaces. Apparently, I did not take the next pictures. My bad. The Mist Menaces defeat any iconic villain or hero 10 times. You don't have to defeat each one 10 times. Just defeat 10 iconic bounties, and you're done. You get defeat. As you see,
that's a 10-point feat also?
Yes. Okay. The Misted Menace... not that one. Sorry. The Mist Opportunity. Mist Opportunity. This one is... I can't remember if this was... I feel this was a 10. It may be a 25. I can't remember for sure. But for this one, for the heroes, we have to defeat the fearsome Black Adam before he defeats the Green Lantern ads. For you villains, you have to defeat the unyielding Hawkman before he defeats the Sinestro Corps. Have fun.
So, what was it for the heroes again? We have to defeat who?
We have to defeat Black Adam before he defeats all the Green Lantern ads.
In which instance?
In the downtown Metropolis.
Oh.
Yep. So apparently we have an objective.
That's part of a bounty.
That is a bounty.
Okay, so it's introduced like 3 bounty feats. Okay.
Yes.
That's weird, because I fought Black Adam today, and I do not recall seeing any Green Lantern ads.
I have no clue.
Up here.
That's something that I'm definitely going to try and go on test and try and find Black Adam as much as I can to kill him.
Of course, I was tanking for my life during that, so That may have been why I didn't notice them.
And at the same time, Black Adam is one of my favorite villains. And
oh no! You know what that is? You know what I bet that is? I think that's actually in the Strike op.
You think it's in the Strike op?
I think so.
Because I don't remember Black Adam being in Strike, or at least he wasn't one of my bosses.
When you fight Lissa Drac.
Okay, that could be true.
I don't know if a different Fear boss spawns in there.
Yes, there's different ones because I fought Parasite.
Then maybe it is a bounty one. I don't know.
Well, I fought Parasite in my video for Strike Team while I recorded. Yeah, so I'm thinking Lissa Drac might be Black Adam might pop up in that as well. I could have sworn it was a bounty, but I'll double check. I'm afraid to log in on the test server right now because I'm on the computer.
That's fine.
But in my update 34 video that I'll do from the test server, I'll make sure to point out if it's a bounty or if it's actually located inside the actual instance. But that's game update 34. And Decon has already said GU34 wins. I agree. Just because the moon's back.
Yep. Moon is back.
And I don't PvP. And I'm excited.
Moon's back. We've got green auras. Tiered weapons on the tier vendors for tier 1, 2, and 4. What else? Feat unlocking.
Okay.
This is a Bane up update.
See, now I feel that they should have split this up a little bit. Because this is
35 is going to be totally depressing.
Right?
Update 35 is going to be like totally depressing. It's going to be all audio fixes and shit.
Hey, that's what I'm thinking too. It's like, we could give.
However, and we're getting into an area here that Trex doesn't like. All right, and that goes along with the whole speculation thing. Jens was name dropping league halls quite a bit tonight on FNL.
Yeah, he was. He also hinted. I meant to say this when we were talking about FNL, but he also mentioned that DLC 10 is going to have a new mechanic coming for skill points. So
yes.
So what those mechanics are?
Yes. And I tried to find that out this evening. As a matter of fact, just moments ago, I made an attempt to try and get some information on that, and I was told nope.
Can we quote that?
Yeah, I could quote that, but I don't know if it's NDA'd or not. No, when you were talking about earlier, I asked Meps if he wanted to hop on real quick, and he said he was trying to head out and everything. And he was like, "Yes, there was a special topic," and I was like, "The skill point thing, with the freaking the change to it," and he's like, "Oh no." I'm like, ugh.
But this is also what was I going to say? I mean, it's at the same time. I think he's trying to get out. He's trying to leave the studio to go home. He said it was 12 degrees weather. So
Austin, Texas, folks.
Yeah. So the South does not handle cold very well, as Atlanta has proved.
Yeah. Did you see some of the memes and everything that were coming out?
Dude, I watched the Daily Show, and I was rolling. They even made fun of it on SNL, and I was rolling.
I saw a meme. It was a shot from The Walking Dead when Rick was riding the horse.
That's the number one meme! The number one meme! And it's so accurate!
1 inch of snow.
It's so accurate!
I saw that and I about died. Oh my god.
They're ready for the zombie apocalypse in Atlanta. The snow apocalypse.
Apparently not. If they get shut down from 1 inch of snow, I'm pretty sure they're not ready for zombies.
Hey! It was 2. It was 2 inches.
Accumulative. They were shut down at 1.
Yeah, yes, they were. So, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You can find the SourceCast on the social media over at Facebook and Twitter. Just search for the DCUO Source Podcast or DCUO SourceCast, whichever. Super Patriot, where can we find you?
Well, of course, you can find me at youtube.com/thedaddy'shouse. I am also on Facebook at /daddy'shouse there. And I am also on the Twitter at the Daddy's House. Speaking of Twitter, folks, don't forget, please, for everybody who wasn't here earlier when the show started, stop by, give me a nom. I've been nominated for a Shorty Award. I would greatly appreciate your help. Brittany, you still have yet to nominate me, and it's really upsetting me.
Very. We're wagging the
very
finger.
Upsetting me. People are doing it just because Trex told them to.
That's what Decon did.
Done it yet. And who listens to Trex? Come
right? On. Hey. I have my moments.
But yeah, so that's where you can find me. And yeah, please, I appreciate. Give me a nomination. I will definitely do. I mean, we'll do shout outs here on SourceCast. I will do a shout out in my video. Probably 1 or 2 videos and all that for everybody that nominates me. So I'd greatly appreciate it.
Yep.
Trex, where can we find you at?
You can, of course, find me on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Trexlight. I actually have a number of videos, or a couple of videos. I released a video today of our 5-man Prime Battlegrounds, my Rage Tank, Team Rage Camel. And I do have an operation video coming out tomorrow on Saturday. So that's done. You can also find me on the Facebook /Trexlight, and also especially on the Twitter at This Is Trex. And of course, you can find me on my Twitch channel where we host the SourceCast over at twitch.tv/Trexlight. So, for myself and Super Patriot, and for Meps who secretly probably left,
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for listening in, and be sure to go out there and play some more DC Universe Online. Go be the hero that you were meant to be, or be the villain that needs to be defeated. Was that a good sign off?
Nice little catchphrase, bud.
Thank you. It was on the whim. It was just the whim.
Very, very good. Very good. Anybody want to hear Trex is doing his
Are we doing that
Rage
again? Wait, you want to do the Rage voice again? My Atrocitus voice?
Yeah, do it. Do it. Nice way to sign out.
Doing it live.
Doing it live.
Hold on, because I do not have it actually in front of me. I have both versions of the oath in my head because of the Green Lantern animated series that popped up before that was canceled.
Oh, yeah.
And it messes up the ending of it, and I hate it so much. And I've been talking all night, so my voice is like on fire right now. So thanks for this. No practice either. Just on the spot. Okay. Let's see if I can get this done. All for you guys. With blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all. That is your fate.